guys, it's Jessie and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to today's video, which is kind of a very long overdue intro to my 2023 Project Pan series. So this year I'm kind of dialing back on the panning content on my channel just because I'm uploading a bit less, I'm a bit busier, but I still really wanted to do a project pan, and I did one of these in 2021, and then last year I did some kind of more specific panning videos, and now I'm back to the classic rolling project pan. So in today's video I'm just going to be introducing you to all of the products in this project. If you don't know what a project pan is, basically it is kind of a community here on YouTube where people focus on using up their makeup and just like kind of getting a good use out of their collection rather than kind of like over consuming and things like that. So I have 9 products here today. The goals on 8 of them are to either hit pan or use up, and then one of them is a usage goal. So the first product we have is going to be the usage goal one, and that is my BH Cosmetics Peach Bellini blush palette. This I hadn't really used before I rolled it into a whole collection roulette last year, and I only really used this shade in the middle up here, just peachy. But when I did use it, I realised that I was absolutely in love with it. I love the formula of these blushes. They are so pretty, they blend so well, and they look so gorgeous on the cheeks. So I do want to get some more use out of this palette. I think it's one of the most unloved in my collection, but it's definitely one of my top palettes and top blush formulas. So I really want to play around with this a bit more, hence why I'm rolling it into this project. So my goal for this palette is to use every shade in here 5 times. So obviously that's kind of 30 uses in total. I don't think that should be too difficult for me. I mean, obviously this lighter shade and this darker shade might be a bit tricky, but I'm really excited to have this palette in here. And I don't want my project pan to be like just these products when I'm doing my makeup. I do want to kind of reach around and pull into some other bits as well. So this won't necessarily be done by next month, but hopefully in 2 months we definitely could have this done. And then, I mean, I would say see some progress, but I don't know if you can see on this middle shade here, I used that like 50 times and there's barely any progress, so I don't know how much we'll see from 5 uses, but I did just want to roll this in as kind of a usage based product. Then I think we can move on to the kind of 2 hit pan goals I have in here. So the first one is for a bronzer, and this is for my e.l.f. Primer Infused Bronzer in the shade Forever Sunkissed. Just looks like this. I've had this for a while. It's a really nice high quality bronzer. I don't know how well you can see, but we are, oh there you go, you can see very well. You can see the rings in here. We are very close to pan, I think. It's one of my favourite bronzers. I'm wearing it today on my cheeks and I do enjoy it, and I definitely think hopefully soon we could have a pan in here, because I use a decent amount every time I do my makeup, and yeah, hopefully soon, maybe, I'm not too sure, but yeah, I will be rolling this one in, and then obviously I can roll out when I hit pan, but the goal is to hit pan. And then the second product we have in here is the Glow Soph X Revolution highlight from her second drop with them, and I love this highlighter. It's on my cheeks today. It's probably one of my favourite highlighters in my collection. I think it's stunning. I used it in a project pan last year, I believe, and that's why I fell in love with it. The one I'm going to be talking about is this one on the side here. So it's this kind of darker, more golden shade, and as you can see, again, we have a good dip in here. I don't know how deep these pans are, but my goal on this is to hit pan. This will probably take me a really decent amount of time because as you know, obviously you don't use too much highlighter when you do your makeup, and these look like they're reasonably deep pans, but we do have a bit of a dip going on, and hopefully maybe by the end of the year we can have pan on here, because I don't have any pan on highlighters currently besides a Super Shock one, but that's kind of cream, so it's easy. I might roll that in at some point, by the way. That's like on my radar. But yeah, I do want to hit a pan in here, hopefully. I mean, maybe by the end of the summer, who knows, who knows. Then we have kind of the finish up goal, and that is for the rest of these products. So I've got 2 foundations that I'll talk about next. These 2 are in here for 2 different reasons, and they're 2 very different foundations. The first one we have is the Morphe 2 Hint Hint Skin Tint in the shade Hint of Marshmallow. So I don't know how well you can see, but we are about up to here on this product. I really don't have all too much left in here. As you can see, it's very liquidy, but it was kind of up to where you can see that line here around the bottom. So I really think this will maybe take 2 or 3 months to use up, and that's why I've rolled this in, because I think this is the product I'm next most likely to use up in my collection, and that's obviously the goal on this one. And then this one is going to be much longer. This is my NARS Soft Matte Complete Foundation in the shade Mont Blanc. I've had this is probably my oldest foundation, and we are up to here. It's obviously kind of going from here down to the bottom, so we are up to around here in the container, around the bottom of the N. So we do have a lot of product left in here, but the reason I want to roll it in is because it's one of my oldest products in my collection, and I really do love it. I love the way it looks, and I do want to get a decent amount of use out of it. I do think it's quite a full coverage foundation for me on a daily basis. I'll wear this on a night out, or I think my plan is going to be to mix these 2 together and yeah, I basically want to get a good amount of use on it because it's very high quality, but I just don't want it to expire before I get a good amount of use on it, so that's the goal for that one. Then speaking of expiring, we have 2 Tower 28 products. They're obviously a clean beauty brand, so I don't want these products to go to waste and expire because they are some of my favorites in my collection. First up, we have the Tower 28 blush in the shade Magic Hour. This is the Beach Please blush, and I've had this a while. The expiry on this one says 12 months, and I think I've had it 18 maybe, so obviously I think it will expire soon. But as you can see, we have got a decent sized pan in here. The pan isn't all too deep, but obviously around the edges it's pretty much at the top, like it's pretty much full. So I do think this will take maybe 4 months to use up. 6 maybe, I'm not too sure, but hopefully by the end of the year this could be out of my collection because I have so many cream blushes that I need to use up, and this is actually probably one of my favorites. I love the shade of this, so I really do want to get some good use on that. Then we have my Tower 28 gloss. This is still kind of slowly starting to settle, but we've barely got any left. This will definitely be done by next month because I can get through glosses very quickly. I just need to focus on it because I've had this like in my pocket of my jacket for ages and then not actually been getting too much use on it. But yeah, I definitely think we can get this done by next month. I don't take the stopper out of these because they're really difficult to take the stopper out of, plus you can get most of the product anyway with just the regular one without taking the stopper out. As you can see, we've still got some kind of dripping down the side, but I think overall I'm probably somewhere between the R and the 2 of Tower 28, so really not much left in here at all. Definitely should be able to roll that out this month, like next month, next update. One of my goals for this year is to get through a lot more of my lip products, especially my glosses, because if I focus on them I can use them up quickly, but the issue is I just don't focus on them. And then lastly for lip products, we have my Baby Lips. This is, I don't know why I've taken the lid off, but it's basically just the Baby Lips lip balm, and I've got so many lip balms, I want to make my way through them, and this is the amount we have left. I mean, if I scroll it up more you can see, but that's just where the plastic is, and I don't dig out lip balm. So this is the amount we have left, really not too much, but with lip balms my issue is that I just don't focus on them, so I use all of them a little bit and don't use any up. So the goal is to just focus on this one. It's super hydrating, I really enjoy it, and if I scroll it all the way down you can see how little product's left in there, so that really won't take too long at all. And then the final product we have is my number 7 Airbrush Away Primer. This has got a mark on it from where I believe it was in another project, but this is just kind of like a soft, hydrating, kind of slightly blurring primer. Nothing too crazy. It's fine. I don't love it all too much, but I think I'm nearly done with it. Not nearly done, maybe like 3 or 4 months away. This has got a big air bubble in it, but I think realistically I'm probably down to about here. It's just a fine primer, and I do think I'll be able to in this project use it all up, which would be good to have another primer in my collection. So those are the 9 products that we are rolling in this month. I'm super duper excited to get started. We have them all here as you can see, and yeah, I basically just can't wait to get into this, start panning again, and give you guys some hopefully good progress. So yeah, I really hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you want to follow along on my panning journey, make sure to subscribe, turn on the bell, join a little club, make sure you turn on all notifications, and then you'll be notified every single time I post a new video. If you want to watch one of my other videos, there'll be 2 on the screen now to pick from, as well as a load linked up in the cards from earlier. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you hopefully in the next one. Bye bye.